Hi, I'm Dr. Mike. I went to my first Gonstead Chiropractic seminar in 1989 when I was in my first term at chiropractic school. And I've been studying and practicing the Gonstead system ever since. So why don't more chiropractors practice the Gonstead technique? Probably because the biomechanical analysis takes extra time to perform, and mastering the art of delivering a specific Gonstead chiropractic adjustment takes years of practice and dedication. There are 5 steps in the Gonstead biomechanical analysis to detect the presence of a vertebral subluxation. A vertebral subluxation is a misaligned vertebra that is putting pressure on a spinal nerve. The first step of the biomechanical analysis is to visualize the patient's posture and their movement. Next, this instrument, which is called a nervoscope, is run up and down the patient's spine. I'm looking for changes in temperature along the spine. And I'm getting a little break right here at L4. So I'm going to mark this area because this could be a sign that there's joint inflammation and nerve pressure at this level. So we're going to mark it and take a closer look at that segment. Static palpation is then done to check for tenderness and swelling. This one right here feels a little bit swollen. It's probably a little bit tender for the patient. Is that tender? Now I'm going to motion palpate the spine by moving it in different directions to find out which segment is not moving properly. Yeah, this L4 that we got the reading and the swelling and tenderness on is not extending very well compared to the other ones. It is not bending to the left. Yeah, it bends a lot smoother to the right. There's a nice arc. When you bend it this way, it's a little straighter. So that's probably the segment that's causing the problem right there. But we will confirm that on X-ray. X-rays are taken in a standing, weight-bearing position. The X-rays are marked with lines and measurements are taken to confirm the vertebral subluxations that were found in the analysis. The Gonstead biomechanical analysis is critical because if you're off by even one segment, you're probably not going to help the patient. Even if you are on the right segment, you still need to know exactly how the vertebra has misaligned in relationship to the one below. This 4th lumbar has a Gonstead listing of PLS, which describes how the vertebra has misaligned in the X, Y, and Z axis. This 6th thoracic vertebra has a Gonstead listing of PLIT, which means that the vertebra is rotated to the right and the spinous process is now over on the left. And it's inferior on the left too, so it's a PLIT. But it could misalign in a few other different directions, such as a PLS, PR, a PRS, a PRIT. It is critical to know the Gonstead listing of the misalignment before making the correction to the vertebra. I'm going to be adjusting the 4th lumbar as a PLS. So I'm going to be adjusting it the exact opposite way in which it has misaligned. And we got that information from the X-ray. So first, I'm going to find the 5th lumbar, which is the last movable segment. And I'm going to go up one segment, get on the spinous process, and we're going to make sure that we hold this arm up here, bringing the body over so we can just adjust one segment only. Okay, that moved nicely. Another thing that's different about the Gonstead technique is that the neck or cervical spine is adjusted in the chair. It's done in the chair because the table would block us from adjusting the neck in a posterior to anterior fashion. So P to A is the line of drive of the adjustment. Other techniques have the patient lying on their back when they're adjusting the neck. And this makes it very difficult to give a P to A adjustment. And then they bring the neck into flexion, which is clearly what you want to avoid with the neck, because you really want to bring them into more extension. Most of us spend a majority of our time working and looking down at our computer or our phone. So the most important component to the Gonstead cervical adjustment is the P to A, the posterior to anterior, going from back to front. Let's try to get that curve back into the neck. The cervical spine is adjusted with the neck stabilized to ensure the patient's safety, and little to no rotation is used. A specific Gonstead adjustment is given from P to A. The extremities, which include areas outside of the spine, can also be adjusted to correct misaligned joints. If you have any questions or would like to know more about the Gonstead technique, please give us a call or click the link to set up a free consultation. Thank you.